Hi, this is Brian Jodeman from First District. I'm going to show you the new First District website. If you look at the main page, if you point at the different titles on the tabs, you would get what's behind them. The bid prices for the day for milk futures, the documents that FDA has posted, there's the insurance, and also lab fees and services that they provide. The Class 3 price sheet that we put out every month. We have the weekly market report that we get from Blumling, giving an update on the markets. Past and current patron newsletters. Contact information if you want to get a hold of anyone at First District. Links that we think might be important to you as a dairy farmer. If you want to set up new texting or emailing options for your test results, you can submit this form here and we'll get it. So if after hours you think about it, you can use this form to let us know. And then here's a new link to a new site for forma feed, so you can order cheese to get delivered on the truck. Cheese and pizzas test kits. Alright, so other than that, let's get down to the lab results. So if you look across the top, we have our lab results and what you have access to. If you click on lab results, you're going to see the results listed from the latest tests that we have. Oh, I still had some options set here. Let me clean these out. Sorry about that. So if I do a search, it's very important that you put your patron number in here and do a search right away, otherwise the lab trends graphs will not work. I always try to put in a date, because if you look, we have 4 years plus of data in here. So 46 pages of data to graph out takes a little while. So what I would do is say, just give it the date range that I would like. I'm just going to pick since the beginning of the year through current and search for that. Now I just have current year data, and it's sorted by date reverse. So now if I go to lab trends, it will graph that out. You can see that we have the schematic. If you point at the graph, it tells you exactly what date it was and what the result was. So this date there is no somatic cell count because we didn't have a test for a weight. If you scroll down, you'll see all the test results. You'll also see the bacteria and the temperature, because they only test once a month. You'll see they spike up and down, and the pounds of milk. If you want to do an advanced search to get rid of these zeros, you can do that. You go back to your lab results and you just say, I don't want to know when the fat is 0. If you click up here and you say show my options and say more than 0, you've got all sorts of options while you're in there. You can do contains, equal, starts. You can look for a lot of different things. Empty, not empty. We're just going to say more than 0 and do a new search. Now if we go back to our graphs, you'll notice that there is no drop to 0 anymore. Later on I'll show you a different how to export this data if you want it outside of this. If you ever set in a herd result, we will post that on here. This makes it really easy to sort. You can click anything on top here to sort. If you want to know what's my highest somatic cell cow, if I click, there is 4 cows that are really high in somatic cell. If I click again, it'll sort it the opposite way. Here's my really good cows. You can do that on any of these components. If you watch, if you hit the control key and you click multiple, it'll sort multiple ways. So if you I'm not quite sure why you would do this on this one, but it is an option. And if you had a bunch of results that were the same, you could sort on a different key. Of course, if you want to get rid of those, just click somewhere else and it'll go. Price basis is what you get paid for your milk, what the class 3 price is. That's also listed out here for 3 years. Again, you have to put your patron number in order to be able to do a graph on that. So you have to put your patron number, say search, and then you go and you can do your price sheet. So you can see the prices currently, January, because we haven't paid February yet. And if you move along, it'll show you the prices and the different types. You can also turn on and shut off different ones. If you don't care to know what the FDA base price was, just what your difference was from the Class 3 base price, you can click there. I know this says Grade A base price. We'll get that fixed. That is not right. So you can turn these on and off. So that's pretty well what you can do with your labs. You can search for anything you want. I mean, if we say bacteria and say it's more than 0 again to get rid of. It would also remove the fat. And this, for bacteria, there's not too many results, so let's go back another year, let's say. Let's go back to January 15. Oops. And then I do a search. Now if I go back to my lab trends, these graphs up above won't make much sense, but if I go down to the bacteria, you can see now I just see bacteria results. You can see the high spikes, 23rd, 22, 23. So a high bacteria 23 in the last few years on this sample data. Alright, so we can eliminate or add whatever we want within here. So if you decide you don't want them on, then you can just wipe them out, clear them out. That's the pretty basic way of finding data on their website. Thank you for watching this.